Why did we choose butterfly balloons? And how was booking online? There are many hot air balloon operators in Cappadocia, so choosing a reliable one is a big challenge. We ultimately chose butterfly balloons because Emily saw someone on YouTube who was just in Cappadocia and did a hot air balloon flight with butterfly balloons. Emily contacted her and she gave us a very good review of her actual experience with butterfly balloons. I read everything on their website, customer reviews, about, FAQ, and the different flights they offer. Then I messaged them via WhatsApp to let them know that we will be buying their service on their website. Well, here are the problems that I encountered when I book online. The first time I tried it, my bank flagged the transaction as fraudulent. I fixed it, then tried again, and after I submitted my payment, their website timed out and I didn't get any booking confirmation. The cost was €250 each and there were 4 of us. I messaged them via WhatsApp and their first response was scary. We didn't get your reservation. Then they asked me for a proof of payment and I sent them a screenshot of our bank statement showing the charges. Finally, they fixed it, but not after a day, and then they sent me our confirmation reservation. Would I recommend butterfly hot air balloons? Yes. Our experience with them was great. The day before our flight, they messaged us about our pickup time, and on the day of our flight, we didn't experience any issues at all. I think that the online payment issue was just a computer glitch. Overall, we're very happy with them. Here are some of my suggestions if you're booking this yourself. Read all the information on their website. Then contact them via WhatsApp to establish an initial connection and let them know that you are interested in their service. Then do your online booking during Turkey's business hours. Turkey's time zone may be different from your home time zone, so booking during their daytime makes getting WhatsApp support much faster. Then choose your balloon flight the very next day after you arrive in Cappadocia, so that in case of cancellation, you have the following days to rebook your balloon flight. If you choose the day before you leave Cappadocia and your balloon flight gets cancelled, you lose the chance to rebook it again, unless of course you're coming back the following weeks. So enjoy and have fun in your balloon flight. It's an experience of a lifetime. How did we get from the airport to our hotel? Getting from the Cappadocia airport to our hotel was one of those things Emily and I wanted sorted out long before we landed. We stayed at Turan Cappadocia Cave Hotel, and navigating local transport a long flight isn't fun. We chose to use hotel transfer to avoid any issues, but we were wrong. By the way, the cost is Turkish lira 450, about $10 per person, and to be paid in cash in Turkish lira to the driver. Well, this was in August of 2025. Here's how our transfer went. We arrived early in the evening at Cappadocia Airport, and we were expecting our transport to be waiting for us outside of the terminal, but it wasn't. I called and messaged the hotel, but no response until we were the only ones left at the terminal. Then finally, I got hold of them and they gave us the name of the driver to look for, and eventually a shuttle came. We arrived at the hotel almost midnight. Then I asked them what happened. It looked like they had a miscommunication and their original driver who's supposed to pick us up forgot it. If you are flying in, I still recommend you arrange shuttle to your hotel. And make sure you do it ahead of time because it will save you so much stress. You can use a taxi as a backup, but make sure you have enough cash, Turkish lira. And if you can negotiate a fixed price at the airport and not use their meter. You can use maybe 10 to 15 USD as your guide. What actually happens when the balloon lands? In our flight video, you saw the incredible views. But people always ask us what the landing is actually like. We thought that we will be landing directly on a flatbed truck, but our experience was a bit more adventurous. Landing could also be very dangerous, and since safety always comes first, as early as even before we take off, they taught us how to position our body during landing, sitting down and holding on the handrails. We actually touched down on the ground first. I thought it was not a very smooth landing, as we can hear the loud sound as we landed on the ground. Then the wind dragged our basket for a few minutes across the field while the pilot controlled the envelope. And the ground crew pulled us to get to a wider area before the truck could even pull us to load us. The crew was maneuvering the basket to the flatbed truck while all of us were still in the basket. So don't panic if you don't stick a perfect landing right onto a vehicle trailer. That ground drag is totally normal. Just follow the captain to be on the landing position and you will be safe. If you are still watching this video up to this point, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. I will also appreciate if you can please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Again, thank you very much for your time, and I really appreciate you. Bye for now.